a bit crap. Hussam, Liverpool with the win tonight. I will also, I thought it was a pretty, from a neutral point of view, I felt it a bit of a boring game because it was so comfortable for you. How did you see it, though, from a Liverpool perspective? You're on mute, my bro. Amateur. Fucking amateur, Hussam. Oh, turn his camera off now.
Human beings make mistakes.
Here he
Wow,
is.
breaking news. Anyway, I think we could have won that game by 6 goals. I'll be honest with you. Like we just make ourselves stressed for no reason whatsoever. Some of the decision making in the final third, I just stick pins in my eyeballs. Honestly, like and that includes everyone. There is no scapegoating here. Salah should have done better in at least like 4 or 5 moments. Nunes I thought was okay, but still same thing as well. Just decision making. Same thing with Diaz. It was an unbelievable like performance because performance wise we were great because we could have scored like 6-7 goals. Honestly, we really could have scored 6-7 goals even in the first half alone. Like we had so many counter-attacking opportunities, but we just needed to fine-tune a little bit like some of the passes. We just need to fine-tune some of the just like that last pass. Because we just caused ourselves to just be stressed at the end there for no reason whatsoever, to be honest with you. But for me, obviously, 7 games, 7 wins, top of the Champions League. If that's boring, then may boring long continue. Maybe people have been, including Liverpool fans, by the way. This is not just like a rival thing. Even Liverpool fans maybe just been used to club ball so much that anything that's not club ball people find boring. But I actually thought today's game was entertaining. We just didn't really like take our chances like that. We just weren't clinical enough. I think we could have scored 5 or 6 goals. And let's make no mistake, Lille are an unbelievable side as well, unbeaten for like 21 games. So they're not like just an average side that's pulling up. Like they're a really good team. They're a really good side. And I think the fact that we could have beaten them by this many goals is shows like how good our team is. Slot with his rotation as well today, giving Gravenberg, McAllister 45 each, so it's a good rotation for them in terms of rest. Bradley got done dirty for the goal there. I just don't think he's ready yet to overtake Trent. I know this is something that a lot of people say, but I don't think he was quite ready yet. If Benfica didn't bottle it, we would have guaranteed first place and we could have played the children against PSV. But now PSV, you're gonna have to pay me. So it's just because for Benfica's errors. Thank you so much, Steve. You couldn't hold on to the lead. But in terms of boring, I'll be honest with you. I think there are 2 versions of Liverpool. I'm not sure if G and Rax agree, but I feel like there are 2 versions of Liverpool. The version that plays slot ball when it's still 0-0, and then the version that plays club ball as soon as like there's panic settings. I feel like they just resort to default settings. Like they just go back to default, just start attacking. Like for that 5 minutes where the scoreline was like 1-1, Liverpool just do bombardment, just bombard their goal, bombard their net. You get what I'm saying? Salah today obviously scored the goal, but overall performance wasn't good, even with the goal. Like I'm expecting a lot better from him. I know he equaled Henry's numbers, but you expect a better performance from someone who's like that high, considered the best player in the world right now. But there is nothing to complain about. Both top of both competitions, playing fantastic stuff. I heard what you said earlier on about the defense and the attack, and it's funny because watching this Barcelona side, it reminds me of watching Liverpool in 17-18. Like just a shit ton of goals, but you concede. And at the end of it, it came back to bite us because we conceded 3 goals in the final to Madrid. I know Karius made errors, but still, like defensively, we weren't really solid like that. And I think in order to win these competitions, you do need some of that defensive solidity because you're not going to score 5 goals, 4 goals every game. So yeah,
that makes sense. G, what did you make of your Liverpool team tonight, my friend?
Yeah, I think everything Hassam said, everything you said as well about the game, man. It was boring. It got to a point where it got a little bit boring. And Hassam's right though. I agree actually about what you said about when Liverpool are, would I say, not struggling, but when there's like a little bit of, as Hassam said, like panic, they just go back to default settings. And I know that's something that Slot doesn't like doing. He doesn't like the team going back to default settings because that can go either way. You know what I mean? Like a team can hit you or, you know what I mean, you guys can hit them. And he doesn't like all that kind of risk. He seems to be a measured kind of guy. Do you know what I mean? But listen, man, it was it was calm. But Lille, they're better than I thought. They are better than I thought. You said it, I think, at the beginning of the show. Like, they're a decent little team, and it sounds rude when you say it like that, but I don't mean it like they're just some small fry team or whatever. They are genuinely a decent team. They knock the ball about pretty well. They press pretty high.
Mukau in midfield, bro. That's 17. The number 17. He's gonna be a phenomenal player. Watch him in Belgium.
You can see it, and I know they were missing Zagrova as well, and he probably would have added a little bit to to their team in terms of an attacking sense. But yeah, man, listen, 7 out of 7. It's one of those games you just, all right, we won, and then we literally just move on. You're not gonna remember this by tomorrow when you wake up. So it is just one of those. But listen, I'm happy that we're able to just get through these kind of games, and he was able to make the rotation, the subs, second half and stuff like that. So that's always good, man. That's always good.
Yeah, I hear that. And
the thing is with like what G said regarding like the default settings as well, I know he agreed with me. I feel like it's just because some of these players have been managed by Klopp for so long. It's just what they're used to. And I can't blame them for it. And I feel like that setting, if you would like, only turns up if we're down or something like bad happens. We just go like, if you notice, we're playing normal football and everything. Lille equalize. All of a sudden, you see like 6 of our players press at the same time. McAllister is pressing their right back, Nunes is pressing their left center back, and Salah is pressing their left back. And we're just trying to win the ball high up top. It's muscle memory, exactly what Gian said. It's like muscle memory. It's just resulting to default settings. But in terms of rotation,
it's also
good to see players rested in these.
One second, Omar. I'll come to you next, Omar. Sorry, I was going to say to you, Sam, that's because it's game management. And you guys play how Man United played a lot under Fergie sometimes. When you're winning, it's like you're winning. Well, we don't have to press hard, keep pressing hard. We don't have to exhaust ourselves. We can just play at a certain level. And if something goes wrong, we can up it. And I mean this with respect to Lille. When you're playing teams of that level, you can do it because you can still go up a gear. And when I say you guys look boring, I mean it in relation to, I just mean it in the most positive way possible.
You meant it in the Man City way.
Really mean it. Yeah, it's boring because it's so controlled. And when Lille scored, now I know they were down to 10 men as well. I didn't sit there and go, "Oh, my gut reaction straight away was, well, great, Liverpool will turn it up now and go and score." Within a minute or two, you'd gone and done it. And that, for me, is the sign of a sensational team in the making. It really, really is. Sorry, Omar, you were going to say something. Sorry.
So, yeah, as far as the Liverpool game is concerned, I'll say this about Lille, right? Lille have actually, I feel like Lille in the Champions League this season is one of those teams that people have kind of been ignoring how good they've been doing. Like, let's put some respect on their name. This team beat both Madrid clubs in the Champions League. One of them being Atletico away at the Wanda Metropolitano 3-1. I remember watching that game, right? They beat Real Madrid. They gave Real Madrid their first defeat of the Champions League this season, right? So they've shown that they deserve some respect. And today, they definitely played well, right? Liverpool really had to take them seriously. They had to give them the respect they deserve. And listen, they definitely earned their respect today. It was an absolutely great game from Lille. And I'm looking forward to see how they do for the rest of the Champions League, because I feel like they're one of those teams that's just quietly having a good Champions League season and nobody's really noticing. As far as Liverpool is concerned, look, at the end of the day, the table really... I feel like the table right now is we can't really judge the Champions League right now as far as the table is concerned, right? The fact that we are behind them and we're so close, right? It doesn't really manifest, like, tell you what is actually happening. I feel like with Liverpool have really shown that they should be taken serious in the Champions League, and they are one of the favorites for sure, and why they are, right? However, Barcelona, we are nowhere near their level. The only reason why we look like we're in their level is because
Omar, you're so dramatic. You're actually so dramatic.
No, Hussam, let me finish.
Nowhere near their level.
Hang on, guys, go.
Let me finish.
No, let me finish. Yeah, go on.
You're like 3 points behind.
No, but you can't let me finish, man. The difference between our teams is this, right? You have something I don't. Your attack is good as mine. Yes. But here's the thing, bro. What you have, what I don't have, bro, is a great defense. And that is important to win trophies. Win the Champions League. Like that season, you guys won the Champions League. Yes,
agreed.
you guys went run riot against City, against Roma, against all of those teams. But guess what? When you played against a compact team like Real Madrid, it was very hard to. I know people are going to say, "Oh well, you know, they give out Karius made a lot of mistakes and all that," but Real Madrid were not to be played around with, right? They set up very very well and they left there with the win, right? Now this is what I'm saying, right? I think that in the Champions League against certain teams, yes, we will have high scoring games, score a lot of goals, but we're not always like Terry just mentioned, right? We're not always going to be able to score 5 goals, 4 goals, 5 goals every game against teams like Inter Milan. Breaking them down is not going to be easy, and they've shown that they're
especially when you have a two-legged tie and you're
there
playing
you
them
go.
away
This
from
is what I'm
home.
saying.
That's
There
when it
is the
becomes. That's when it
there you
becomes a
go.
problem.
Exactly.
That's when
So
it
you
becomes a
see
problem.
now where I'm coming from, right? And this is why I said in the
Yeah,
elimination rounds, I am genuinely worried.
But it depends